In this video, we're going to talk about how to run Facebook ad. And this is a advanced strategy. So if you're a beginner, this might not be for you. But if you want to master Facebook ad, if you want to be better at Facebook ads, then this is the video for you. So without any delay, let's jump right into my computer. I'm not going to go over the basics because, again, this is not for beginners. Okay. If you don't know how to run ads, this is probably not for you. Okay. So I want to show you some of the things that we are doing, some of the things that you can learn and things you can apply. So first of all, custom columns is very important. I don't use accents. I don't use attribution settings. Apply. Okay. That's pretty much it. So let's look at cost per click. Okay. Let's do it today. We spent $68. Good. We have some purchases already today, which is great. That is amazing. Okay, so $1.56 cost per click. Good. Okay, so I will create let's go to a different ad account. Okay, let's go to a different ad account. You may have to slow down the video because I've been doing this for many years, and you may have to slow down a bit. So here, let's do it today. So it's not tracking anything today, but I have already had 2 purchases from this ad account already, and it's not showing anything at the moment. This one, TechCrunch, seems to be doing really well. The first thing is that we're getting most of the clicks from this one ad, which is interesting. So everybody should have at least a UTM tracking in their ad. So you should have a UTM tracking. Then you can go to your software, CRM, whatever you might be using, to see where the purchase came from. All right, so I'm going to go to SaaS to Profit Playbook and go here. So we have a purchase, and I am going to see where this purchase came from. What about this one? Yeah, so it did came from TechCrunch plus Hacker News. What about the other one? So there are tools you can use. If you are spending good amount of money, you can use that. But in this ad account, we're not spending that much money. We just started this ad account and we're already getting purchases where, this is like very, very beginning, but today we're profitable. Yesterday we lost money, but this is, very, very new ad account. So we will see. So the first thing you see on my ad account is that most of them are lifetime campaigns. So that's the one thing that we're seeing is that daily budget is great, but we're seeing more effective ad spend across the day and month when we have a lifetime budget. What happens with lifetime is that someday we'll spend $10, someday we'll spend $8, someday we'll spend $50 in a day, depending on the cost per click, depending on the purchases, and those things like that. I highly recommend testing out lifetime budget. All right, so let's create a campaign for this one. So we know Hacker News is doing really well, and we know yesterday software development was also doing really well. I want to see which ad is getting most of the clicks. Let me discard the draft. So Indian Girl seems to be doing really well today. What about yesterday? What about today and yesterday? Yeah, and then this image is doing really well as well, which is good. And then this is also doing really well. So I'm going to create a new campaign just with this, and then this video too. How about this video as well? I'm going to put this video as well with 4 ads. Okay, so we're going to create a new campaign. Typically, I just duplicate the campaign, but for today, I'm going to create something from scratch. I have also noticed that most of the sales do come after 6 o'clock and in the midnight. I'm going to also add a schedule as well. So we're going to create new campaign. Let's give it a name. Okay, so we're gonna call it let's give it a name, Bishal. Okay, this is phase 2 because we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 is brand new ad account. You have nothing that's proven. So when I started the ad account, I did not know which image was doing really well. I did not know which video was good. I did not know which headline was good, right? So I had zero idea. But now I'm going to use the ad that is already working. So we're going to use proven ads, okay? I write name of the interest here or audiences. We're going to call this a lifetime budget campaign. and this is going to be a conversion. We're going to select our sales. We're going to select conversion, and then the pixel we're going to select is going to be purchase. We're going to optimize for purchase. Okay, and then so sales is the conversion. We're going to do campaign budget. We're going to do lifetime budget, and let's do 512. Just a random number. I like to always put random numbers. Now I do play around with this as well. The only thing that I like to use recently is cost per result. That seems to be doing really well. Bid cap is when you have something that's working really well, then you can try bid cap. I don't think we're in the phase of trying a bid cap yet, but I might show you how to do a bid cap campaign as well. For this one, let's do a cost per result. Okay, and we're not gonna run ads all the time. We're gonna run ads on schedule. Okay, yeah. If you have any categories, this is the time you select. So if you fit on any of these categories, you select that. All right, so let's go to the next step. So again, we're gonna do a website, not website and calls, but website. Okay, and we're gonna do 22 plus. We're gonna do Facebook, IG, newsfeed. So that's Facebook, Instagram, newsfeed. In terms of data set, we're gonna select your pixel and your purchase event. Okay, now the cost per goal, this is where you set the goal. Now there is many ways to set a goal, right? You can set a really low goal, or you can set a high goal. Now we are selling SaaS profit. So this is what we're selling, SaaSProfitPlaybook.com, SaaS to Profit Playbook. Okay, so this is the funnel, so to speak. Look at this, how cool it is, right? This is the funnel. This is the money we made, whatever, right? This is it. And we are here. So this is the funnel. We are going to need this in a few minutes, but we're selling it for $4.75. We don't have upsells at the moment, but we are going to have upsells. I think I'll be happy if I can get a purchase for at least $12. Okay, I always like to do a random number, something like this. I recommend doing something less, so something like $10. Okay, give it a little bit of extra room to work. Okay, again, this is advanced strategy. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. You're gonna spend a lot of money. You may lose a lot of money as well. They have dynamic creative now. I do like dynamic creative a lot, but I'm not gonna use dynamic creative in this situation today. Okay, we're gonna select a time. I always select for the midnight. Okay, so you're gonna do it for the midnight. I typically like to do it for a month. So in this situation, let's do, I do $300 for a month, but because we have a budget of $500, we're gonna do it for a little more than a month. So let's do 16. And then this ends on the midnight as well. So that's pretty much it. You don't need any asset spending limit. You don't need that. You may, if you want to, you can put it, but you don't need it. It helps though, if you want to put it. Okay. And then schedule, let's do Saturday and Sunday the whole time. People don't buy at this time. They will buy in the night. I've noticed they may buy to 12 o'clock and then they may buy 12 to 1. So, and then they will buy around this time. Okay. So they'll buy around this time. So, and then there's a dip typically during like 10 o'clock, especially Monday. So we're going to do this. And then, so we're going to do this. Okay. So again, this is me scheduling a time for when the ads will run. Okay. So that's pretty much it on that. United States, I don't do any other country when I start. Typically, most of my customers are always in the US. So that's helpful. And then Advantage Plus placements. So we talked about doing Facebook and Instagram newsfeed only. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck everything beside Instagram. I'm going to select Facebook newsfeed, and then I'm going to uncheck Instagram, and then I'm going to select Instagram newsfeed. So why do I always do Facebook and Instagram feed? There's tons of placements. You can test out many placements if you want, but I like to have control, especially when I have new campaigns that I'm running. I don't know what's going to do well, and I don't know what's not going to do well, right? So I like to keep things under control as much as possible. So I know it is the offer, it is the ad that is not good, right? Typically, you are going to pay premium for Facebook newsfeed, but also you're going to have more conversions. You're going to know that people are seeing their ad on the newsfeed. People are seeing your ad on the newsfeed, right? So we're just going to do that. And let me see some more options. I'm not going to change anything to this. Yeah, I'm not going to change anything to this. I cannot even change it, even if I wanted to, but I'm not going to change anything on this. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do, I have not selected any audiences at the moment, which we will do in a few minutes. And then next. So this is for that SaaS profit guy. Okay. I'm just going to do this for now. Okay. So I'm going to hit publish on this and we're going to come back and make some changes. Okay. Hit publish. Okay. All right. So the ad has been published. All right. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go to the ad level, see the ads that I wanted. So I want the Indian girl and this, I want these 4 ads. Okay. And I'm going to select the ad set and paste. Okay. This is still loading. Let me just refresh this. Okay. It is not working. So let's go back and try this again. Okay. 4 ads, copy, go back to the ad set, paste. I did Command V if you're on Mac. So pasted the ad. You have to do that from the ad set level. You cannot go to the ad and paste it. You have to go to the ad set level and paste it. Okay. So now I can delete this old ad, which was nothing. Now you review and publish pretty much. So now you have 4 ads in there. Okay. Now I will quickly show you my ad. Let's talk about this one. So if I click on edit, I don't use any promo codes. I turn pretty much everything off. I don't want Facebook, messing with my ad. I don't want Facebook to make changes in my ads because I already have a designer. We already put a lot of effort into the ads. I don't need Facebook to make changes. I can do it myself, right? So that's when you are advanced. If you're a beginner, you have crappy ad, then maybe you can, have Facebook do it, right? But if you are advanced and you know what you are doing, then you can do it yourself. Okay, now we're gonna select the audiences. We're gonna go here, so more options, and you're gonna click switch to original audience selection, and then that's gonna give you these options right here. Do they have product hunt? Ooh, there is a product hunt. Nice. Okay, we're gonna target product hunt for this one. That is a nice audience actually. They have ClickBank. Okay, they have AppSumo as well. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna do product hunt and AppSumo for this one. So we're gonna go here, product hunt. Okay, and copy. Okay, this is where. Okay, all right, that's how you do it. Now we're gonna hit publish. It is not giving me the option. We're gonna do it right here, and we're gonna do it right here. That's how you launch the ad. Quickly, I'm gonna talk about BidCap. So we'll jump into that in just a second. All right, we're gonna go to Lamberg and we're gonna launch some ads in there with the help of a BidCap. If I go to my results and let's go to this week. Let's see what we have. You can see that this image is doing really well. It is doing really well, right? And then we have this video right here that seems to be doing pretty good too, right? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna launch an ad with that image and a video in a BidCap, okay? And I might add a couple more ads in there, but that's where we're gonna launch, okay? I hate accents and I hate attribution settings. Okay, apply. Cool. Since I already showed you how to start the campaign from the scratch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the campaign that is already working and we're just going to tweak the settings, okay? So I'm going to duplicate this one. Duplicate. Okay, so it has tons of ads in there, okay? And what we're gonna do is lifetime budget, that is fine. And right here, we're gonna change this to BidCap. That's right. Now, we don't need a schedule for the BidCap. We don't need that. Okay, and let's go to ad set. And okay, so what is a bid cap and how does it work? So first of all, $5 bid cap is way too high. Okay, that is just way too high to bid in the auction. I will only bid $5 bid cap if I know I'm winning most of the auctions. Like if I know it is a retargeting campaign, maybe I will bid $5, but I'm not gonna bid $5. So what is an auction? You may already know what an auction is, and you may not know what an auction is. Basically, when the person is scrolling in their Facebook newsfeed, right? There are advertisers who want to show ad to that person, and I want to show ad to that person because that person is more likely to buy, or that person falls into the category that I'm looking for, right? It falls into the category, and somebody else wants to advertise to that person. So we need to bid who is going to pay more for that person to see an ad on their newsfeed. And that's where the auction happens. So we're gonna bid. Now, it is hard to know what actually bid is a good bid. And if you're doing this for the first time, you have to test multiple bid to see which bid works the best. I'm gonna set this at $1 for now. I'm going to change the date. Okay, this looks good. Okay, everything is good. I'm going to remove the interest. I'm going to select a different interest here. Let's do IRS e-file. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do H&R block actually, and we're gonna do TurboTax. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna remove e-file. We're gonna remove IRS. Okay, so we're just gonna do block plus TurboTax. Okay, so we have those in there. Let's go to, we're gonna keep the red image. We're gonna keep, okay, this one does not have a scrolling video. Okay, we're just gonna keep the red image for now. We're gonna delete the rest. And what we are going to do is that we're gonna give this $1 BC. So that basically means it's $1 bid cap. Okay, I'm going to bring the ads from this one, and I'm going to bring this video from there to here. Okay, so we just copied the ad. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this to at least 3 times, and we're going to change the bid cap. So let's try a different bid cap, right? Let's do $5, see what happens. I think that's too high, but it's still, let's try it. Let's do 50 cents bid cap, if I may. Yeah, you can do 50 cents bid cap. Okay, and I want to go a little aggressive and do $10 bid cap. Okay, this is going to give you which bid cap is going to get you the sales. And then next time, let's say my winning bid cap is $1. The next time, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do 90 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, $1, $1.10, and $1.20. That is what I may try. Okay, so, or I may try 50 cents, $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, right? I may try that as well. This is all good to go. Actually, this is all ready. Now you just run this, see what happens, and then go from there. So I'm going to copy this. Having a proper name is very, very important, because that's how you know which is what campaign and what is it that you're testing and what is it that you're not testing, right? So I think it's very, very important to have a proper name, and I try to keep my ad account clean. All right, it's ready. Hit publish. Actually, I need to increase the budget as well, because now we have 4 campaigns. So let's do this at 445, and this is phase 2, but this is actually phase 3. So we're gonna give it a name, phase 3. Okay, and we're gonna hit publish. All right, that's pretty much it for the advanced Facebook ad strategy. I know this was a lot, but take it slow, watch it again. There is a lot you can learn. All right, take care. Bye.